Hello, welcome back to Rule the Waves 3, Season 4. I want to thank everyone who's coming back from previous seasons to watch, and I welcome anyone new who's just tuning in, happens to be interested in the game or interested in this particular playthrough. We will be playing as Italy this time around. Now, it's been a little while since I've played Rule the Waves, and there have been a couple patches, but I don't think anything very big has happened. But I'm still going to struggle a little bit to remember exactly how everything works because there are quite a lot of little tricks and uh, tips and all kinds of things that happen in this game. So let's jump right in. We're starting in 1890, and I've already selected a name for the campaign, Mare Nostrum, which is the old Roman term for the Mediterranean Sea, which means our sea, I believe. So let's do it. We're going to hit OK. Let's see. Again, we are tiny. Let's go with super large fleet size as usual. 100% research rate, slight variation. Harsher peace deals turned on. AI advantage turned off. Slow aircraft development turned off. And we're going to go with 80 as the maximum airbase size because it's going to get really crazy in the Mediterranean Sea if we don't do that. In fact, we could probably go down to 60 aircraft and be just fine, but let's try 80. We're going to select game 1 as our main save. Game user preferences. I'm not changing anything from last time around. The game has still been installed, so nothing different. Okay, and let's see what kind of fleet it generates for us. I'm a little bit nervous. Like I said, I haven't played in a while, and I've been just basically trying to get my OBS working properly to capture games again. Should be good. I've been doing a lot of Mech HQ playthrough, which also isn't. It's also a kind of spreadsheet type game. So, just at first glance, we have 4 battleships. Something I noticed in the notes is that they brought back the number of ships that you have selected here on the main screen, which is a big quality of life improvement that they got rid of there for a while. So we're looking at 4 battleships, 4 Marco Polo class heavy cruisers. And this is going to be my weakness here. I'm not going to be able to pronounce most of this stuff. Uh, the Mariago Vespucci, I think, maybe. Anyway, we got 5 of those heavy cruisers. We have 3 Tripoli class heavy cruisers. Uh, Partenope? I don't know. Jeez. Anyway, we'll do this the easy way. We have 8 of these other cruisers. And then, of course, we have 6. What are those? Frigates? Corvettes? I think corvettes. Escorts, essentially. And that's it. Let's take a look at our ships here. 15-inch guns. That's not too shabby. 14-inch belt. Goes 16 knots. It's S and A. I'm trying to remember what that means. Short range, I assume. And that also might mean low freeboard. Oh, cramped accommodation. There we go. So cramped accommodation in short range there, and then cramped accommodation on the rest of these. These are also, this is lighter belt, only 10 inches versus 14, but also 15-inch guns. Not very great on the batteries. It's got 8 6-inch gun on the secondaries, and then 2 6-inch guns on the secondaries. And these are not the type of battleships that I would really want, but we'll take them. And then our Marco Polos, 14 6-inch guns. They go 19 knots, not too bad, with 4.5-inch belts. and they've got torpedo tubes. I do like the look of this, the Marco Polo class. I do like jamming a bunch of 5 or 6 inch guns onto the sides of heavy cruisers and just using them as gunboats, especially if they're faster, like these 20 knot ones, hopefully. Two 8 inch guns, not as great. I wish we had the speed of this class on the Marco Polo, but overall, we've certainly had worse ships to start with. This one here is not too great either. And then this one here, it's a little bit faster. 8 5 inch guns. This is actually a pretty cool, nice little gunboat. Not too bad here either. And then just having a look around here. 10 6 inch guns on a 20 knot hull. It's only 5,400 displacement. That's about the size of light cruisers that I like in this era, about the 5,500 range or so. And then let's take a look at this last class. So these are much lighter weight. These would be pretty good for like colonial type duty. I just have to remember how this game works. So look around. We do have one overseas colony in Ethiopia, or I think it's Ethiopia. It's Eritrea, Eritrea. I think it's Eritrea. And then that's really about it. We don't own anything else. Looks like nothing else has changed. They haven't added any new bases. Would have been cool if they could have added some bases here, like maybe some neutral ones along the South American coast for people to capture. Maybe a little bit more here in India, but who knows? Let's see what we have under construction. We've got a couple more battleships that are being built. The Umberto class. It's got four 13-inch guns. I like these better than the other class because at least the guns are front and back instead of side and side. It's got eight 7-inch broadside guns, which I appreciate. We're building two more battleships. Boy, we were really going hard on the battleships, huh? I don't know if I like this one very much. It's 16 knots, four 12-inch guns, eight 6-inch guns. I'm not a big fan of this particular battleship already. It looks like it's pretty expensive per month, so we might get rid of that one. And then we have the Argodat class. Argodot, two 8-inch guns, just more gunboat light cruisers. Submarines, nothing. Coastal fortifications, we got an assortment there in the Mediterranean. Area overview, base overview, officers. We're probably going to have pretty bad officers. I forgot to do a review of the nation itself, but I think we can look in the almanac here and select Italy. Here we go. So we start out with I think it was like 20,000 as our GDP or whatever it was, but the naval budget right now is 172,500. We have average technological development. We're cautious. We have poor education, inconsistent naval policy, and we have corruption. We also don't have access to oil. Our research advantage is ship design, which I really like. I stick hard to ship design like the entire time. We get triple turrets as a bonus tech. We get motor torpedo boats, and we get motor bombo FFF. And then that's about it, really. We have access to more guns than we did as Japan, and I think more guns than we did as like even the United States. So let's go into research here. We do want to put that on high for the naval guns. We'll go with high on ship design since we have the advantage there anyway. We're always going to do that. We'll go with fire control. We want to get some kind of fire control as quickly as possible. And I think we're going to go for light forces, and torpedo warfare since we're in the Mediterranean. And we'll go up to 12% on the research budget. That takes a pretty nice chunk out of our monthly balance there. And for our doctrines, we're going to go with gunnery and torpedo warfare. We'll click on elite pilot training for later and this stuff. This will all be much later on. And so we're going to lose another 1100 per month. So let's apply that and hit close. And what else do we need to do here? We just start, let's check our dock size compared to anyone else in the game. The dock size is, we're even with the Brits. We're ahead of the French. We're way ahead of the Austrians. And yeah, it looks like we're in a pretty good position here. So we can hold off on having to build anything for a minute. It's not like we're building anything gigantic anyway right now. All right, and I'm just being a little bit slow here because I don't know quite. I'm trying to remember quite exactly how to get started. So we are going to get rid of the Sicilia class because it's slow. It is on the heavier side of the battleships, but it's just got 12-inch guns, and the secondary battery is nothing to. It put a lot into the tertiary, and it's also carrying 4 torpedo tubes, which you'll see a lot of that anyway in this era. But let's get rid of it. We'll scrap it, and that should help our monthly balance out when it registers or catches up or whatever. And for now, we need to go down to, let's see here, ships in service. We need to, where is our our roster at, like as far as creating groups? Here it is. It's up here. So we need to put up some new divisions. So first, battleship division. We'll do 4 of those. We'll do heavy cruisers. We'll do 6 heavy cruiser divisions. We'll do 8 light cruiser divisions. I do like me some light cruiser divisions. And then we'll do some destroyer divisions for later on. We'll do 10 of those. Okay. And now we need to assign the first battle division as set division role. That will be the flag for the fleet. The second battle division will be a core part of the first battle division. The third battle division is independent, so we'll leave that as is. And then we will, like I said, I'm still trying to get a grip on this. Third battle division, there you go, it's a core. So we got the fleet flag with the second battle division as a core, and we got the third with the fourth as a core. And now we assign set division role for heavy cruisers, as a screen for the first. And we're just going to go down the list here and assign each number. So, like the second cruiser division goes to the second battle division, the third cruiser division goes to the third. We'll go screen for the third. Fourth heavy cruisers will go screen for the fourth. And then the first light cruiser division, doing the same thing again, except we'll do them as scouts. Oops. For the first. Second light cruiser. We'll go scouts for the second. Third. Set division roll. Scout for the third. I'm sure I was much faster at this in previous videos, but again, it's been about 4 or 5 months since I've done this. Scouts for the fourth. And then we'll do the same thing with the destroyers. Support for the first. Support for the second. I do remember having to do this for the United States when we had the gigantic fleets. Of course, it was kind of spread out over the course of like a whole month or two of playing. And there we go. And this will be fine. This will be our basic setup for now. And we are going to put all 3 of these in Division 1. We will assign this thing here. It's not great, but we will assign it to Division 2. And then we're going to put these Marco Polos. Division 1. We'll do 3 of these into Division 2. We'll do 2 of these into Division 3. We'll put all of these. These are light cruisers now. Division 1. I don't like mismatching the speeds on these, but we will go like this just to make it easy. These ships will eventually get replaced anyhow. And that should be it. There we go. Save the game. Since we're finally set up here, we're only 20 minutes into the video. No problem. All right. Anything else going on here that I need to worry about? Dock size, no problem. It's okay. We have 20 prestige. That's standard starting. Shipyard capacity, still looking pretty good. We got some 77,000 tons we can work with if we really needed to. And then how long is it going to take to build all this stuff? We've got 11 months, 17 and 15. Looking at 2,800 on our monthly balance. All right, ready to go to the first turn. First turn of the game. Oh, and we'll make our backup. So we'll copy the game to slot 2. There we go. And let's go. First turn of the game. First turn of a new era. Mare Nostrum. Got a lot of units, a lot of stuff being assigned. The US is already building coastal batteries. Whatever. No problem. We do probably want to spy on the Austrians a little bit. So how do we do that? Trying to remember how I spy. Um, Intel reports. Oh, here it is. There we go. We'll do low intel on them, and then we'll try to steal some technology from the Brits and the Americans as time goes by. We're looking at 2,800 on a monthly balance. That's not too bad. Let's design a ship. Now, what I really want are some heavy cruisers for the Mediterranean. So we're going to go with armored cruisers. We're going to let the computer design them for us. Let's see, we got hang on, before I do that, we're going to compare to what we've got. So we've got some 8,100 displacement and then some 6,400. So let's design ships. Let's go to these armored cruisers, let them design. So we're at 7,500, which is kind of midway between Marco Polo and the Amerigo Vespucci. If you don't like the way I'm pronouncing it, get used to it. I'm sorry. It's the best I can do. We're going to go down to 1-inch decks on these to save on weight. Because let's face it, we're not going to be dealing with plunging fire too much. We will have to do with splinters, and hopefully 1-inch deck will take care of that for us. Now, what I want is a 21 speed, and we will crank the displacement up to 8,000. The main guns, we're going to delete the starboard wing guns on this thing. We're looking at 5-inch secondaries, pretty good. An additional armament, we don't want any torpedoes. Don't need torpedoes, these are gunboats. So that's good. And then we have 390 tons remaining. What if we go up to 6-inch secondaries? We could do that. We can also crank up the size of these ships a little bit to 8,500 tons and go with 14, 16 guns on the sides. And what if we go down to 7-inch main guns? We could go down to 7-inch main guns. Now the question is, do we really want 7-inch main guns on here? If we decrease the guns, just have minimal main guns and rely on these secondary 6-inch guns. That'll let us bring down the displacement, bringing down the cost, although it didn't really bring it down that much. We'll go with 4.5-inch belt. That puts us at 2,500. Yeah, 2,500. Don't need this much ammo either. We can go down to 100 rounds easily. So 1,200, 49. Can we lower the displacement? No, we cannot. This will give us a little bit of extra weight remaining. Now let's Palestro. That's going to be really hard for me to pronounce all these names. So this could be our little Mediterranean gunboat. They're take 2 years to build. They're kind of expensive, but we could build 2 at a time. Start right now. And if we could build maybe 4 of these, I would be pretty happy over time. The main guns are not, they're not the star of the show. Okay, let's check the design. Everything's okay. What if we go down to 6-inch? Oh, hang on. Sorry, my bad. All right, 100 rounds per gun. We don't need that many. We can go down to 90. What does that do for us? Let's just go up on this secondary ammunition. 170 rounds per gun. We got 8 per broadside of 8 6-inch guns. That is pretty good with 4.5-inch belt. What if we go up to 5-inch belt? Doesn't bring up the cost very much. and I feel like it gives us a little bit more staying power. So we're going to stick with that. This will be the Palestro. And we will save. Yeah, that's fine. Ammo allowance for main guns is on the low side. And then it'll give us 3 months to start saving up a little bit of money. There's been a rebellion in the Austrian possession of Dalmatia. We can support the rebels and cause some tension. We could lower tension, or we could not get involved in this. Let's not get involved. Actually, let's cause a little bit of trouble for Austria. Why not? And we got an admiral being below average already. Let's take a look at Austria while we're at it. They have quite a few battleships. They got four with four more building. We have four with I think three more building. They have four heavy cruisers. That's where we definitely have them outmatched. They have 10 light cruisers, which are about on par with us. Then they have a few corvettes. That's fine. So we're kind of even. Like we don't really have any big advantage. If I were Austria, I wouldn't hesitate too much to get into a fight with us. Tension between Germany and Austria has increased because of bombastic leader in Germany. I do miss playing Germany. I also miss playing as Japan. And we're going to go another turn. Let's condemn the adventurous policies of Russia and strengthen our navy. This gives us budget and prestige. We'll take it. And a little bit of tension. So the government wrangling and our naval policy and stuff has delayed one of our battleships. We're going to be seeing a lot of that as Italy. Go to the build screen. And let's build one, two, let's build three of these heavy cruisers. I said I wanted four, but if we can get away with three, I'll be fine with it. Let's build another Corvette while we're here. The displacement and all that doesn't matter at all to me. Like they're literally just something we assign and we never worry about again. In this era, at least. We're sitting at 3 unrest. Our unrest has gone up. Don't know why. Got some setbacks here. Tension with Great Britain increases, France increases, Germany increases, and that's fine. It's okay, it just means more money for us eventually. Anti-Spanish rebellion has broken out in the Philippines. Here we go. One of our cruisers has run aground on the shore of a minor nation. We can demand they release the ship. We can lose one prestige, or we can let them. Uh, we don't have any sensitive technology, so we'll just allow them to examine it at the cost of one tension somewhere. One up with Russia. Okay. Not exactly who I would prefer to fight, but Russia would have a little bit of a problem getting to the Mediterranean. That's right, we do need ships on overseas duty. So let's assign these two to foreign stations. One of our major arms manufacturers wants to enter a technology agreeing with France. Yes, please. Okay. Tension between Spain and Japan is going up because of the rebellion. Russian research and naval gun manufacture has been helped by technology leaks. I mean, they're just guns. Not a big deal. Not really that much of a problem. Let's check our construction situation here. We're looking pretty good. These light cruisers will be done soon enough, and once those are finished, or close to being finished at least, I do want to increase our base capacity down here, because we're probably going to need to have forces down there to defend that during any sort of war. We have more ships in Northern Europe than our bases can support. Well, why are we in Northern Europe? The U.S. Minneapolis will be commissioned in 4 months. Oh, we got some increased dock size for free. This guy's incompetent. He left his wife and moved in with an actress. Well, we will cashier him. That's a big bonus for us, him being incompetent and all. Rebellion in Dalmatia continues. We're struggling with getting these technologies underway here. We have more ships in the Baltic than our bases can support. Why are we in the Baltics? What's going on here? What are you doing, brother? You know, we're going to return you. Let's see here. How do I move this ship? There it is. Come back, please, to it's the Marco Polo. Come back to the Mediterranean. There we go. I think that's how that works. I'm trying to remember. Yes, please come back to the Mediterranean. You don't need to be out there. We already have a ship out there. So they crushed the rebels in Dalmatia. Our tensions with Austria-Hungary went down, but then they went back up. And they went down with Russia because we have no conflicting interests right now. We got an above average captain. We have an average commander. We're still struggling with any sort of technology advancements here. All right. The Socialist Party's critiquing our high naval expenditures. Well, buddy. Okay, let's check out these blueprints. So this is the armored cruiser, the Brooklyn. It's got a 4-inch belt. It's 6,800 tons, 21 knots. It's got 8-inch guns, which can be dangerous if they hit, but in this era, they just don't really hit that often. And it's got 8 6-inch guns. I would put our heavy cruisers up against theirs. I mean, we do have a big displacement advantage, but I think ours are just better. I'd rather spend a little bit more money on them being bigger just to get the speed out of them. And then how does the construction queue look? All right, we're there. So let us build a naval base down here. It's going to take a year and a half. That's okay. It's been 1 year. We lost some tension with Japan, but I don't anticipate us really having much to do with Japan anyway. There's grumblings over high taxes. Okay, we're gaining unrest due to the spending. It didn't take long at all, actually. Look at that, we're already at 6 unrest. So it has been 1 year. There we go. So they reduced the naval spending. That's okay. These battleships should be done soon. I don't know this. Why even build a battleship like this? This is a heavy. This is literally a heavy cruiser. It's a slow heavy cruiser. It's got 9-inch belt, but it's got four. It's the same weapons layout basically as the American ship we just saw. Okay, let's see what happened to our balance. Tensions. Our spy managed to get hold of the blueprints. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, we're at minus 300 for a little while. That's okay. We've got some things happening here. These battleships would be done soon enough. And you know what? Let's start increasing our dock size. Actually, no, let's hold off on that. We got nothing to build at the moment. We'll hold off a little bit longer. Lots of tensions going up around the world. We can take a look at that. We can see that France and Germany are at each other, the US and Russia are at each other, and Spain and Japan. Okay. Now I think we can. Nah, we're going to keep going. The boat. During maneuvers, our ship was opened fire on a fishing boat from Austria-Hungary. Well, that is your fault, Austria-Hungary. It's your own stupid fault. We thought you were launching torpedoes. Albania. Let's go for it. We probably won't manage to do it due to our corruption and incompetency. But if we can capture a colony now, that would be very nice. Hey, look at that. Let's watch the tensions go up. Probably with Russia and Austria. Just Austria. What do we do here? We could lower tensions. Let's keep what budget we have here. Our technology agreeing sharement with France has been a great benefit in ship design, and we're getting close to understanding belt and sloping armor deck configuration. All right, how's our tension with Austria looking? Pretty high. That's fine. And unrest is staying steady at 6 here. We do have a nice monthly balance that I would like to spend somewhere, and it's going to go up even more. But I would really like to get the armor belt technology first. This one here. So we'll go like 2 more months maybe. Little Japanese light cruiser. Relations between Japan and Spain are getting tense. There it is. There's the. Okay. That's what we wanted. Now we can start building some light cruiser gunboats. Tensions with France are going up, which is unfortunate because there are technology buddies. It goes down with Austria. All right, let's design a ship. Let's go for the light cruisers. And we want them to go 22 knots. We'll put them at 5,500 tons. Belt we can take down to 2 inches. Deck we can take down to 1 inch. And giant 8-inch guns, no thank you. We're going to get rid of these secondaries. We're going to put 5-inch guns on the wings. And like this. We need more ammunition because this is for like 8-inch ammo levels. Additional armaments. We want port broadside. So let's delete. Do port broadside. And then we'll do starboard. That gives us some a little bit of close range firepower. These things are going 22 knots. We can. They're going to cost us about 1,000 each, which is fine. But we do have nice little very fast light cruisers, the Calabria, going to cost 1,000 each to build. 22 months. Yeah, this is what we want. We want to be able to chase down ships and hit them with, well, what if we do slope deck? Wonder how much that. We'll go up another 100 tons. Well, that does raise. You know what? I don't think it's worth it. We're gonna go flat deck on top of belt or protected cruiser. We'll go protected cruiser, and we'll go back down to 55. We'll go down to 5,400 tons and 195 rounds per gun. Calabria, Lombardia. It's all right name. And this will do. I think these will be our generic main light cruisers for a while, probably. They're 5,400 tons, which is respectable. Actually, I can go up to 5,500, which leaves us a little bit of extra weight remaining for upgrades in the future. All right, we're gonna. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's some weight we can save. Look at that. Go down to 5,400 tons now. Saves us a little bit of money, not very much. And let's go. Blow up a capital ship? We're not going to do that. I want tensions to go down, preferably with France, because they are an ally of sorts. And then the battleship should be finished right around the time the design for the Lombardia. Uh-oh. So it's a slow battleship. Tension with Austria goes down. For they don't want to provoke us, and they're not as strong as us. All right, let's build 3 of these Lombardia class. So we've got 3 light cruisers and 3 heavy cruisers under construction. We have these 3 battleships, which just finished. We're going to put all of these into Division Division 2. And we're going to get rid of this one here. We're going to scrap it. Huh. All right, we'll wait a while. Never mind. That's a shame. Then we're going to assign it to Division 4, which supports 3, which has nothing in it. So hopefully that ship will never leave the port in the event of an actual war. Alrighty. Good enough. Ship's under construction. Alright. Oh, we're at 7 unrest. Yikes. It's pretty far away, isn't it? Haiti. Have fun with that. Okay. And we're right around the 45-minute mark. So we're going to save the game. We're going to back the game up. And we're going to call an end to this first episode. I appreciate you so much if you're here. If you're still listening to this, I know this is the very end. It's the introductory episode. We managed to get more than a year into it, almost 2 years. We're in September of 1891. These early years do tend to go kind of fast. So be prepared for that. And the battles tend to go pretty fast too, because it really is just a matter of, drive me closer to the enemy so I can hit them with my short range secondaries. And whenever we start designing battleships in this era, they're going to have like very minimal main guns, and then we're going to stack up like 7-inch broadsides on them. So something to look forward to. Anyhow, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you next time.